Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Mate, this is exciting. Look what's just turned up. Let's get this box open and have a look inside. You can see I've cut the straps off. I've undone the top, but let's have a look inside. Let's show you inside this box. Look at that. Now I took that bit off. It's really well packed. Let me just show you. You can see, look. And it looks like most things are actually connected together, ready to go. It looks like the seats there, just the pedals and the handlebars. They're all ready to go. Come on, let's have a better look at this machine. I tell you what, let me get out the box. Wendy let her give me a hand. Right, now you can see how well packed that was. But to be fair, Wendy lifted the rack and I supported the bike at the front end. It just lifted straight out. Yeah, you could do it on your own, but it's much easier with two. And I don't know whether you can, I think it's in the picture, but look, the handlebars all connected, ready to slot in, and there's the keys, I noticed. Now, as I mentioned, it's an Hitway, and I will put loads of information up, but this is a lovely bike. I'll put more information up for you when we've had a better look. But one thing I want to tell you right from the start before you get bored, this bike is completely road legal, right? It's completely legal in the UK. 250 watt motor, pedal assist. It's going to be fantastic. But let's get all this packing off and have a better look. See if I can get some bits built up and show you. Right, I just wanted to show you. You see the keys hanging there? The keys are to take the battery in and out. Now, that was the only problem we had, this lever, pulling this up straight. It was just tight, there was nothing wrong. Just tight, but that's no problem. Now, I've just got the pedals to put on, look, they're marked up left and right. It's on the stand, there's a rear light to fit. I've just pushed the seat in, there's nothing to do. This bike is virtually built, but I want to get the battery out, get it on charge. But so far, this bike looks really neat. Right, let's show you what we've got there. Certificate of conformity for the UK. This is completely UK road legal. I did mention that. It's a big point, I think, with a lot of people. We've got a lock and a pump. Won't be ties enough for that. There's the pedals, look, and a little tool kit with all the tools in you're going to need. That is the back light for it, and there's the reflectors. That is the battery charger. Now I've took it out of there because I've put the battery on charge. That's easy to remove, but I'll show you that. And there's the book, all about it. Now, so far, God, we're really impressed. We just are. Now there's the battery, look, and there's the charging unit, and you see a red light because it's charging up. That is a small battery and lightweight. That's the idea. Right, there's the pedals, look, you see, that says left. Now, it's lefty loosey, righty tighty, but on the left, it's a left hand thread, so you loosen it to tighten it. If that's confusing, do it very carefully. But that one's marked left, so it's on the left hand side of the bike as you sit on it, and the right one's got an R on it, and that's on the right hand side. Now it's dead easy, mate, come on, you're teaching your grandma to suck eggs next. There is a tool to tighten it up, look, which I've used, but don't worry, I'm going to get a spanner just to check. So at the minute it's just a general look round. Now there's covers on the tyres, look, so we'll get those off, and then we'll wait for the battery to charge. But it looks fantastic. Right, first off, this is one of the larger hills around here. This is the Goldfield. It probably doesn't look that steep, to be honest, but it is, trust me. This is where we are. Now, I've not ridden very far. So far, easy, but we're not gone far. Let's have a little bit of video of it pulling me up this hill and see what you think. Now that was so easy, 7.5 miles an hour. You can tell I'm not even blowing. Now I would not manage to pedal up that hill, recovering from a cold. Now this video is not about me, it's about the bike. I'm not sure how much I can show you. I'll take some video when we're standing still, but this is just a bit of video with me pedalling along. Now I'm in level 2 and we're doing almost 10 miles an hour, which I don't necessarily want to go that fast. I'm only out for a little gentle ride. Now we got this bike in the hope that we've got another bike, a really old one, similar size. Wendy loves it and I do as well. And we've got a big bike, but the big bike, it's a bit too big when you go out together. So we've got this bike. Now this has been sent to us by Hitway. When I inquired about the bike, I'd already looked and I thought that bike would suit us. Now they've kindly sent me this bike to review. So this is like an unboxing review and see how we get on with it. But mate, that's not why I've got it. I've got it because this is going to be it's going to be ideal for me and Wendy. And I'll be honest, how many times I go out on the bike and it's damp or we've had rain and I want mud guards. Now this has got full mud guards and a little rack on the back, so I can strap my little cooker on the back and I can have a cup of tea or cook something or do as I like, you know. So it's actually very good. Now as I say, this is completely UK legal. There's no throttle at all, it's just pedal assist. So you can hear now I'm pedaling but not with any effort, as you can tell, because I'm still recovering from a cold at this stage of the video. And mate, I'm struggling to breathe for air. Now mind pedal a bike, but it's so easy, mate. But I think I've got to stop because I'm on level 2 and it's a bit too quick for me along here. It's so pretty, I don't want to miss anything. I'm going down to level 1. There we go. Right, now fair enough, so far I've only done 3 miles, which is nothing, is it? But you've seen how it come up that hill. Now that gold hill is steep, trust me. I couldn't pedal up there, not a chance. But on this it was so easy. But to be fair, I do it on the old bike and my big bike goes straight up it, so you'd expect that. So I'm not saying that's outstanding, but it's good enough. It's good enough. That's good, because that's a good hill. Now this is not an all-terrain bike, but our idea is this kind of path is perfect for me and Wendy. Somebody come in, I think I'll have to stop. Mate, a lot of apples on that tree. I don't know whether you can see. I'm being sidetracked already, aren't I? As you can see, this is a little off-road, isn't it? This is the sort of thing we like doing. Now I'm just going for a ride in an area that I know, because I know how hard it is or how easy it is. So I thought this is a fair test for the bike. So what we'll do, we'll just keep carrying on riding and I'll try and take as much video as I can. And while there's nobody much about, I don't see why I can't. But let's just get through this. A bit bumpy down here, probably a bit shaky on the camera, but well, this camera's pretty good. It's all about the bike today. It's all about the bike, because this, I feel, is going to make it much easier. I mean, we're getting a little older, aren't we? And that big bike I bought, it's been brilliant, it's beautiful, and every year it gets a bit heavier, mate. And it's a big machine. This is small. This is a small machine. Yeah. Now, can you hear that robin? It's right next to me. I can't show you, it's just behind the bush. Now, this bike, look at that. Now, We've still not come a long way, but we're in a spot that I love. Look at this. Always have, always will. It won't change. And I'm sitting on a seat. Now, that bike, look at it. Look at the way it's built. Now, it's an alloy frame. And all this information is on the internet, but I will put some screens up. But just look at it. I just wanted a nice little bike to go in the back of the car and go out for a little steady ride somewhere. Now, I've just come across this field. It's bumpy. There's horses, sheep come across it. It is a bit bumpy. That suspension just soaked it up, mate. Perfect. Now, I want number one assistance. You pedal if you like, don't if you don't want. Or you pedal to turn the wheels, but I'm putting very little effort in that. 7 miles an hour. That's plenty on this terrain. Just cruising along, having a look round, enjoying it. Fantastic, really is. Now, you can see there's lights front and back on this bike. And it's got no gears, but it has got disc brakes. I'm just about to get buzzed by DHL. Look at that for you. Shall I try and talk over him? I don't think there's going to be much competition. Right, as I mentioned, it's completely UK legal. 250 watt motor on the back. Now this bike's got no gears. We want to see how long the battery lasts and how well it goes. You can't tell yet, we've not gone far enough. Now that rack's lovely. As I said, full mud guards. Disc brakes, look. Now they're pulling me up short. That stand is beautiful. Just right. It's out the way. It's no problem. The bike folds in half, as you can see. All you do, you press that button down and pull the lever and it comes in half, and the battery is tucked away in here. Lovely. It really is good. As I say, there's masses of information on the internet, so I'll show you a bit of that, but I don't want to bore you to death. But for me, that so far has been perfect. Now we're going to get on some country roads now and see how we go, because wait, it's a bit of a commuter, isn't it, as well? It's not just for me to play in the hills. Now it folds up so small, which you can see from the size of the box when we took it out the box. But the controls, let me just show you, very simple. As I mentioned, look, I've got it on power level 1, and that's about 7 miles an hour. Now, roughly speaking, it goes up in about 1.5 mile an hour increments, and it goes up to number 5. Now, in number 5, it'll reach the maximum UK limit, which is just over 15 miles an hour. And that's what the bike's doing. Now, as you can see, we've only done 3 miles, and it says 90% battery, so that's come down a fair amount. Although, it's been a bit of a bumpy, hilly ride so far. I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm not sure which way to go. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to try and find some country roads. I think that's the best way to... Well, I'm enjoying it anyway. I don't care where I go. I wasn't sure about the seat. That seems pretty comfortable. Again, not rode very far, have we? But I never find them comfortable. Front suspension, rear suspension. The pedals, I've heard people say the pedals are not big enough. They'll do for me. And they fold in. I don't know whether I can do it with one hand. They fold in and fold flat, look, to make them even smaller when you're packing away. A little awkward with one hand. You'll see it come out, look. There you go. So that makes it even narrower if you need to. And the handlebars just lift straight out. You've got a quick release there. And then if you undo that bracket, slide that safety catch out, undo that, it folds down. It folds up tiny, but you've seen that from when it was packed. There's my favourite seat. Now, yeah, come on, I'm really impressed. I can't say I'm not. But let's go a bit further and see if it really is any good. I'll bring you back. Now, I've just stopped here. I don't know whether you can see where we are. Kingston on Soar. Listen to those bells on that church. Now, I know we can't see the church very well. It's behind the tree. Mate, if ever there was an English countryside view, this is it. Look at that. Them bells. Fantastic. I'm sure it's not for me. I'm glad people do it because I appreciate that. That's tremendous. Look at that bike. Sat in the English countryside. Let's take a look. There we are. There's the bike, look. Let's have a quick look at the church. I'm not wandering off. Look at this. What a fantastic sight and sound. And this is just a tiny village. I hope you've enjoyed that little interlude. Right, now, don't know whether you can see, we're on an incline here. There's no traffic about, it's a little country lane, look. So we might be unlucky. Now this, we're on naught here. I'm going to struggle, let me pedal. Oh, I've got it on power level 1. It took off straight away. I thought it was on naught, I'm on 1. So look, power level 1 going uphill. I am pedalling, but only to turn the power on. There's no effort in there. 6.7. Now power level 2. There's power level 2. Instant power change, look at that. Nearly 9 mile an hour. It is 9 mile an hour. Let's try power level 3. Oh, you can feel the power coming on straight away. 11.5 mile an hour, look, almost 12 mile an hour. And this is going uphill. It is uphill. Right, let's go on 4. Let's go on 4 before I run out of hill. Uphill, 13 mile an hour. It's not steep, but it's an incline. Power level 5. Now this will do just over 15 mile an hour on the flat, and it's doing it going uphill. Alright, it's not ever so steep, but it's an incline. Now I would be struggling to pedal up there, I can tell you. I've done it before, and I've got to stop here, we're coming to the junction. Now I'm just going along this lane, I'm barely touching the pedals. You can see this lane, look, and further along it starts going down here where I just showed you. But what I wanted to show you, you can see 10.8 mile and 38% battery left. We've used 2/3 of the battery in 11 mile. So it's not going to go forever, this bike, but it's easy. Now let me put that on power level 0 and you'll see. Right, no electric power now. Now it will start going downhill slightly. It is slightly downhill, I would say, but look, I'm not really pedaling. I'm pedaling, This is my effort, but it's not really an effort, it's easy. I've got no intentions of pedalling it without the power, but to be honest, when we're out, we're happy at this sort of pace. We're not going anywhere in a rush, but people are, that's fair enough, I understand. But at 15 mile an hour, it feels pretty good. Now I'll turn around here and see if I can pedal the other way, because it is slightly downhill here. Now, this doesn't look like an incline, but it is. That slowed me down, look. That slowed me down. Now I'm only going really steady. I've got the seat set too low. I'm not in a proper pedalling position. Though I've got to stop now as a car, no problem. But I'm not pedalling up here. Oh dear. That little bit there, as I mentioned, I'm not a pedaler, mate. So we'll go on power level 1. Oh, I didn't see that big dustbin lorry come in. Let's stop. Put his hand up, mate. I'm only too glad to stop when you're coming. Right, we're on power level 1. As soon as I turn that pedal, we're off. Now, no doubt you can hear the motor. Look at that, I'm putting no effort in. 6 mile an hour. Just shows you how good it is. Well, a little tiny bit of pedalling with no power, mate. I'm blowing. Let's get some power on here. Here we go. This is... Let's just cheat. But I'm still getting the exercise because I'm pedalling, but it's not an effort. You do what you like. If you want to pedal, you can. But, as you can see, we're whizzing along now, look. We're still going uphill. Not much, but look. Oh, it's reached 15.8 because it's levelled off and it's gradually going downhill slightly. I'm going to have to stop here, but I think that's enough of a riding video so far. Now I've got to pedal home yet, so what I will do, get nearer home. I'll get nearer home and we'll have another look at that. There you are, it's going down to naught. Look, it takes a little time to respond, that's no big deal. Right, I'm going to just turn the video off here, pedal the few miles home, and I'll bring you back. Right, now, I did say I'd just pedal home at this stage, and I'd come back to you when we got home, but I'm on another little lane. Now, this lane's been resurfaced, it's beautiful, it's a lovely surface. I don't know whether you can see behind me, but there's very little traffic at the minute. Everybody's at work, aren't they? Now, you can see how much effort I'm putting into this. Very little. Really impressed. Here's a car. Yeah, I'm very impressed with this. I mean, we have got other electric bikes, and we've got one virtually the same size as this one, and we've always had a liking for that because it's small, neat, it can get through gates, it's easy to pick up and everything, but it's old. This is brand new. Now I would say the biggest difference between this and the old one is this is new. It's lovely to ride. I'd say you can tell it's quieter, it runs smoother, everything. It will, it's new, come on. Now we've got another bike that is more powerful that I use. Now I like that bike, it's lovely, a fat tyre bike, but you get humping it in and out of the car and getting on and off through gates is a nuisance. It's just a big bike, whereas this one we got, as I said, full mud guards on this bike. You know, no problem. If you get a bit of drizzle on the road, that's not going to stop us, that's fine, because these bikes with no mud guards, and they might think they look good, but mate, you get wet through. Now I hope I'm not going too fast for you to hear me, because I'm on power level 5, which is a bit silly, isn't it? Let's go down a couple of levels. Hey, oh, we're on power level 2. Now, look at the amount of effort on power level 2. So easy. And it's the same even on one. You're just going slower. It's actually like changing gear on a normal bike. You know, if you change up the gears for the same amount of turning, you go faster. Same with this. It's not geared, there's no gears on this bike, but the electric motor, just treat it like gears. Higher gear, faster you go. And in level 5 at 15 mile an hour, I'm quite happy at that. I mean, this is a small bike, it's not built for tearing around, it's more of a commuter. And for like us, just to get around, see a bit of countryside like we are at the moment. I mean, I can't really show you because I've got the camera on me, but it's beautiful along here. Anyway, I'm going to stop and turn this camera off so you're not sick of looking at me. But look at this. Quiet, isn't it? You get the odd car down here, look. There's a little fishing lake down here as well. Well, pond, not a lake. Right, now I will bring you back when I get home. Right, now I've ridden, well actually it's only about 12 miles because we've only just got the bike. But this is just a review. Now we're going to be using this bike long term. We're going to be riding it a lot. I've already mentioned that. But the things I'd like to mention is, I mean, look at the styling on there. That to me is going to be a lot easier to keep clean than some bikes. It seems a really nice design, and it's got full suspension all round, you know, front and back. That's been really comfortable. That seat's pretty good. I have sat on better, but it's fine. I always struggle with the seats on bikes, don't we all? Now the thing is, the battery is actually sitting in the frame. You just undo that clip, the battery comes out. So easy, so easy. It's fine. The other thing I'd like to mention, this is actually one of Hitway's top selling bikes, and I can see why. Now I've ridden it, I can see why it's one of the top selling bikes. I really can, because it's so convenient and easy and very cost effective. It's cheap to charge the battery, and that's been a lovely ride today. I've really enjoyed this. It's been fantastic. Now I'll put a link on and show you all the technical details, and you read through that, because you can read through it and think, yeah, that's all right, but this bike, I've enjoyed that. It's been fantastic today. Right, I'm going to get buzzed again by an aircraft. I'll bring you back. Now I've also read articles where people say that the English laws are ridiculous, and you think what you like about the laws. Now all I'll say is this bike is fully compliant with the UK road laws. You're fully entitled to ride this on the road, and it's limited to around 15 mile an hour, which is about the limit you're allowed. So you even get a certificate of compliance. So what I'd say to you, people will always want to do 50 mile an hour on a push bike and show off. This is not that machine. This machine is to get you out. I couldn't pedal this far. I couldn't do it, and I've had a lovely time, and this is what the bike's for. It's easy to get on and off. It's easy to ride. I mean, I've used throttles in the past, and I find they're all right. This is not that bike. This is UK road legal, and to power it, you've got to turn the pedals. But that doesn't mean you've got to be putting any effort in. All you're doing is gradually turning the pedals, and the electric motor and the bike do the rest of the work. This has been so easy this morning. As you can tell, I'm still recovering a little bit from a cold, and I'm fine. This has been really enjoyable. I can see this is the bike for us. This is bang on. I'm sorry, I shouldn't keep saying how good it is. This is all right. Now, long term, we'll find out, because this is not just an unboxing video. We're planning to use this bike and use it whenever we get chance. This has been glorious this morning, and there's going to be more trips like this, hopefully. And hopefully me and Wendy will get out together, because we've got another small bike, like I said, an old one. Now, Wendy's not keen on the road, so that'll be mainly on tracks. As you've seen, I've took it over the tracks. It's been brilliant. Now, I don't want to rabbit on too much. I'm so impressed. What can we say? Now, I'm not going to give you the retail for this bike for this price. You have a look online. And I am actually shocked how cheap this is. I shouldn't say that. The manufacturers have put the price up. I bumped into a friend and I said to him, "Oh, you like my new?" He says, "Oh, I like your new bike and all this." And he said, "How much are they?" And I did actually give him the price they are. He says, "I don't believe you. You're having me on." I said, "No." He says, "That's too cheap for an electric bike." Well, you make your own mind up. Nothing's ever too cheap to me. That is a nice bike. I've got to say, thank you to Hitway. I mean, we were looking at this bike, and because I told them what we were doing, they said, if I do a video, they'll send us a bike for us to keep, to use. Well, you can't turn that down, but I don't think I'd have been disappointed if we'd have bought this. Mate, I know I wouldn't. This is lovely. Yeah, it's a great bike. Anyway, I'm sorry because I just keep telling you how good it is. You can pick fault with anything. I'm not sure what the faults are. I'm happy with this. It's even got lights on it. If you get caught out, or if you're working, you may have to ride in the dark. Everybody's got their own take on what this bike can do. It'd be great for commuting because it's small. Brilliant. Anyway, that's the end of that video, I hope. Look after yourselves, and I've had a great time. Me and Wendy will see you soon. Bye.